10-4, copy, you're on the base, trying to get him to position.
Alright, ma'am, still eastbound 60, approaching Golden Spring, and the number 3, 4-lane, light traffic.
On 10-4, eastbound 60, approaching Golden Spring, 3 and 4, light traffic.
Eastbound 60, ma'am, stand by for street here.
On 10-4, still eastbound 60.
Alright, so eastbound 60 to Chino Hills Road.
Eastbound 60 through Chino Hills Road.
Approaching the 71, the number 1-lane light traffic, and speeds are about 95 miles an hour.
On 10-4, eastbound 60, approaching the 71, number 1, light traffic at 95.
Base info right now, Rancho has no units in position.
Air 5-1, copy, Rancho has no units in position.
There's still eastbound 632 through Town Avenue, number 4-lane light traffic.
On 10-4, eastbound 60 through town, number 4, light traffic. Exiting Reservoir.
That's 5 on the orange. Confirm I still have a Springs unit.
And that's the firm, I have 83 Robert 1 still on it.
Sound out from the 60.
I have multiple units on the Air 24 tonight.
Northbound Reservoir from the 60 freeway. He's driving on the wrong side of the roadway, going northbound and southbound lanes. He's back on the right side of the roadway, going northbound on Reservoir, approaching Philadelphia.
10-4, copy, northbound Reservoir from the 60, he's approaching Philadelphia. He was going the wrong way. He's back on the right side.
LAS 8 speed. He's going to be through Philadelphia, stand by here for direction. And he's going to be through Philadelphia, still northbound on Reservoir.
10-4, northbound Reservoir through Philadelphia, go with the speed.
Speeds are about 50, 65 miles an hour, and there's no traffic.
50 to 55, no traffic.
Confirmed, still the 2 units.
That's the firm, still the 2 units, and Air 24, you're cut off.
On Reservoir, ma'am, through Phillips Boulevard.
10-4, northbound Reservoir through Phillips.
Alright, still northbound Reservoir, approaching 9th Street.
10-4, Air 24, northbound Reservoir approaching 9.
Could be a light traffic, and speeds are about 70, 75 miles an hour. We're approaching Mission.
Northbound Reservoir approaching Mission, 70, 75, light traffic.
Found on Reservoir, approaching Holt.
Northbound Reservoir approaching Holt.
Do we know the number of occupants? At Holt, and he's going to be westbound on Holt from Reservoir.
10-4, sir, red westbound on Holt from Reservoir, and it was occupied, I believe, times 2.
Information we got, it was occupied times 2, male driver, female passenger, still westbound on Holt, approaching town.
Westbound on Holt approaching town, and it was a male and extra passenger and the driver.
going into a shopping center at the auto zone. He's northbound, trying to get around some traffic, and he's going to be coming out to town, northbound town now from Holt.
10-4, copy northbound town from Holt. He went through the auto zone.
Bound approaching Alvarado, no traffic, and speeds are about 60 miles an hour.
10-4, northbound town from Alvarado, approaching Alvarado 60, no traffic.
ASA, is he obeying the traffic signal?
24, can you advise if he's obeying the traffic signals?
The intersection, he's going through a couple reds here, but he's approaching San Bernardino Avenue. He's slowed down quite a bit to about 65 miles an hour, just very light traffic.
10-4, copy. He ran a couple reds. He's approaching San Bernardino Avenue. He slowed down to about 55.
He's going to be westbound San Bernardino, ma'am, from town.
Westbound San Bernardino from town.
To a residential on San Bernardino, it turns into Monroe. And we're southbound Monroe. Stand by for direction.
Southbound Monroe.
Southbound on Monroe from McKinley.
Southbound Monroe from McKinley, and I copy. Notify PD in case we foot bills.
Let them know. Alvarado.
Southbound Monroe approaching Alvarado.
Westbound and southbound, stand by for street here, ma'am. It's going to be southbound on Gibbs, ma'am, approaching Pearl.
At 10-4, southbound Gibbs approaching Pearl.
Alright, he's coming up to Holt, and he's going to be westbound on Holt from Gibbs.
10-4, westbound Holt from Gibbs.
Traffic through a red at Gary and Holt, and he's going to continue westbound on Holt from Gary.
At 10-4. Air 24, can I get the speed?
Speeds, ma'am, are about 65, 70 miles an hour, very light traffic.
10-4, 65, 70, very light traffic.
Track is running heads up. Proceed east route.
I did have the link, give him a 1039. I think, I believe they're going to be 97.
107, we lost visual of them at Gibbs. We're currently going on the vehicle, trying to catch up. Still westbound on Holt.
107, I copy, you lost visual. Air 24 is still westbound on Holt.
Holt from Hamilton, ma'am. Sideswipe the vehicle at the intersection and continue westbound. Speeds are about 65, 70 miles an hour, light traffic.
10-4, westbound Holt from Hamilton. It's sideswipe the vehicle at the intersection, 65 to 70, light traffic.
Can confirm we're no longer engaged for primary unit.
107 or Robert 1, 83 Robert 1, can you advise?
Robert 1, no units are in the pursuit. We've been out of it. It's only the airship. We're just trying to catch up.
Robert 1.
LASA, town 10 point. And speeds are about 85, 90 miles an hour.
10-4, copy. Have CHP units, ground units 1022. I did copy speeds are 85 to 90, and I believe we're going to have the airship just follow it.
Westbound Holt from approaching Fairplex.
Westbound Holt approaching Fairplex.
It's going to be northbound on Fairplex from Holt.
At 10-4, northbound Fairplex from Holt.
Alright, still northbound Fairplex through Arroyo. There's light traffic and speeds are about 75 miles an hour.
10-4, so copy northbound Fairplex through Arroyo, light traffic at 75, and I believe 81SA Pomona's requesting to see if they can take over.
Yeah, from LA, it's our pleasure. It's the PD calling.
At 10-4, I'll let them know they can take over.
back on the make sure they're okay.
And 10 for 81107, or if I have a unit, they can check on that vehicle at Site 5.
20 northbound Cromwell approaching, actually it's going to be westbound Academy from Cromwell now.
Westbound Academy from Cromwell. Pomona PD's 97 with it.
At this time, we're the airship's only one up above, and we're going to be southbound. Stand by for the street here.
At 10 for copy, there's no ground units in pursuit.
And southbound Cadbury from campus.
Southbound Cadbury from campus.
Cadbury, and we're coming up to Cromwell Street.
Approaching Cromwell.
Northbound Cromwell from Cranberry.
North.
And that's westbound Belinda.
Westbound Belinda from Cromwell.
Bound to Belinda, coming up back to Murchison.
10 for westbound Belinda, approaching Murchison.
Looks like he's just circling the neighborhood here. So if I could get units to start responding to this area. He's slowing down, stop. We're going to have a footbell. And I have a female. Actually, they're both footbelling now. Male, wearing all dark clothing. Female, a white shirt, black shorts. They're going to be running southbound to the properties, just north of the freeway, through the backyard, off of Cornelia Street and called.
10 for copy, both parties are taking footbell, male, dark clothing, extra in a white shirt, black shorts, southbound through the properties, just north of the freeway, through the backyard. That was Cornelius. What was across?
LA Air 51, have the sheriff ship stay with the parties. I'm staying with the vehicle.
Air 24, stay with the parties. Air 51 should stay with the vehicle. For Cadbury and Cornelius, units are going 97, subjects are going to be in the backyard.
That is familiar to them, or if they chose this house.
Looks like they went on the south side of the house. Los Angeles came around the orbit.
Is dressed very similarly to the man that was in this pursuit.
And for copy, suspect was south from the house in Los Angeles.
So I am hearing that they were in the backyard of the home.
It's going to be Cadbury and Cornelius.
You see that other man there in the driveway. He's not connected to this pursuit. He was already here. He's likely on the phone. I can hear, or I can see his hand up to his ear. So he's likely on the phone trying to get the police because there are two people that are now in the backyard of his home. But again, it's unclear if those two people have any connection to this home, or if they picked this home at random.
82 Robert 197 area. 107, what about you?
Officer's going on scene. Can you let them know that my leg's on these corners? That's where I lost the window of the tree. Both male and female are together.
And 10 for units on the ground. Should be right under his light, southeast corner under the tree. Male and extra are going to be together.
The airship did lose track of those two individuals. We likely last saw them at the same time.
So, 97, Cadbury and Cornelia.
Start of this home. Now this home has lots of trees. I didn't see them in the trees, however. I actually did.
107, copy, giving 97 Pomona.
That's going to be the last known location there. I'll actually widen out because that's the 71. So the 71 freeway is going to be right next to the but of course, all of the
copy, K9, this is will be setting up a perimeter.
to the east of that Cornelia, that's Kirby Street.
Hey guys, just on the east side of the house, you have a guy that was out there roaming around, walking back and forth. Male wearing a black with black shorts.
Those two people from the vehicle. It will help in the search so that they can try to locate him and her. And again, last time we saw them, they were in the backyard of this home on Cornelia Street in Pomona. So now I'm hearing on the police scanner that the officers are going to set up a perimeter to try to locate these individuals. So this again,
Here, 24, repeat the last, 620 visitors light again.
Okay guys, right under my light, southeast corner, right under the tree, both male and female ran to that southeast corner.
And 24, copy, right under your light, the southeast corner under the tree, male and X are going to be together.
So 1100 block of Cornelia. You see,
Pomona, copy.
this again is going to be Pomona, so because the chase ended in Pomona, they're going to handle the perimeter situation. You, of course, will have CHP here on scene as well because they were the ones that were in pursuit when this came to a stop. So yeah, there's the police canine. They will have the dog sniff the vehicle, and that will help in finding these two individuals. Again, we had heard that it was a male driver, female passenger. Our view was obstructed by a tree when they exited the vehicle, so I didn't really quite see who came out what side. But just based off of what we had heard on the scanner, it was the man who was driving. Although, of course, that could be incorrect and it was the woman. But regardless, there were two people in the vehicle, and they're both going to be sought in this situation. Even if the other person had nothing to do with this, if they didn't know the car was stolen, if they didn't agree to be in this pursuit, both people will be taken into custody when they are found. They will be interrogated. And if it is a situation where one person was an unwilling participant, then that person, of course, would not face any charges in these situations. However, will again both be taken into custody and interviewed, and of course they both took off when the pursuit came to a stop, so the officers will definitely want to talk to them both. Again, a man and a woman last seen running into the backyard of this home on the 1100 block of Cornelia in Pomona.
Air 5, we're back with you, Orange.
Air 5-1, go ahead, sir.
We're back with you. We're going to head to the address with them clear. I did have them on clear coming out of the car, so I'll advise you shortly.
I'm done, sir. You're heading back to the address. You're heading there with some clear.
Morning, K9, should I have to take Bear 24? You see them on the south side of the wall or the north side of the wall?
On that southwest corner of Cornelia, right under the tree. It's going to be like the southwest corner. There's a big tree. That's where we lost them.
You lost the parties on the southwest corner of Cornelia, right under a large tree.
Home. So for that reason, if you do live in this area, just off of this
You see the white truck? Give them a direction from that white truck.
Actually, another nearby street, as are Belinda.
Property east of that. Small property east along the wall.
Street is Augusta Street.
One property just east of the white truck.
The major street is going to be Ridgeway, just off of the 71 freeway. You'll want to keep your windows and doors shut, and of course, if you hear any
Kids, if
that is
they work their way south towards the back, there's a tree on the southwest corner.
or just some rustling, whatever it may be, call the Pomona Police Department.
South 5, there's a large shooter in the southwest corner.
Make sure that it's not one of these individuals hiding in the backyard of your home or the front yard, side yard, wherever it may be. No tip is too small. They will take your phone call, and that will be useful information to them. So again, if you live in this neighborhood, just keep your windows and doors shut while the police department continues their efforts to find these two individuals.
Driver was a mountain bike, maybe about 180, 190 pounds, wearing all dark clothing. Female was wearing Hispanic, wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts.
Hispanic female, white t-shirt, black shorts.
Different driver is male.
That's
That affirmative driver was male at the time when the shooting was on. Yeah, camera.
10 for 5130-97 overhead, looking at the camera.
LAS 897.
8197.
So I'm hearing on the scanner that the police department is confirming that the man was the one that was driving. They're saying that he was wearing all black or all dark colored clothing. The woman was wearing a white top and black shorts, and she was the passenger. They were both last seen running into the backyard of this home. Now you see what's going on. You have the police dog there in the front yard, just trying to get the scent of these two individuals because they clearly ran this way. We saw them, but the last time we saw them was in the backyard. It is a backyard, though, with lots of trees, so it's hard to tell if they're still back there somewhere, or they could possibly even have gone into the home or dodged the police helicopter and are actually at a nearby property. So you see officers approaching now with the police canine. So we're also hearing that you may remember that right when the pursuit came to an end, there was another man who was standing out in the driveway who was also wearing all black but was not involved in the pursuit. He actually had left the door to the home open, so there's a possibility that the two individuals who were involved in the pursuit may have gone.
Thank you, sir. Ready. Rick and Cher, it was a very wild pursuit on surface streets and on a freeway. at one point, but I can tell you that it started in West Covina. West Covina Police Department went into pursuit of this white vehicle here that has crashed in Pomona. So it's traveled several cities, in fact, through West Covina, through the city of Industry, and ending up here in Pomona on Canterbury and Cornelia. That's where the driver and a passenger, a male and a female, bailed out after crashing into that fence, and now there's a search underway for the driver and that passenger that ran from that vehicle. You see the 71 freeway there. They believe the people are in the backyard of these homes. They're searching for them right now with flashlights and believe that they still have them contained inside this perimeter. This all happening near the 71 and the 10 freeway in Pomona. Again, this pursuit lasted about 45 minutes on surface streets and on the freeway. The driver blowing red lights, running stop signs, and blowing or actually driving against traffic at times, but ending here in that minor crash against that fence. And now the search is underway for that male and female from that vehicle. The want initially was for reckless driving, and of course that's how it was throughout this pursuit. And you see those flashlights very active in the backyard, still searching for that male and female passenger. That's the very latest in Sky 5. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Southwest corner right under the tree. However, earlier, like I said, there was a male out there on his phone. There was a male Hispanic, black shirt, black shorts. Just one property east of it, he had his door open, so there's a possibility he might have let him in.
At 10 for heavier factors from the southwest corner under the tree, there was a male that was outside on his cell phone. There was a male Hispanic, black shirt, black shorts, possibly let those parties in.
Hey, can you say that again? Oh, sorry. Okay.
That address is 1107 Cornelia, or actually Canterbury. 1107 Canterbury.
Sure.
Remember that no female can't door open.
At 10 for heavy 1107 Canterbury, that's where the male was outside, and he opened the door.
Okay. You got that. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Sure, huh?
81-107.
81-107.
130, ascertain from West Covina, see if they can identify the driver.
10 for ascertain from West Covina PD if they can identify the driver. And 81-107, we're still on hold with West Covina. West Covina unit is going to be en route to the termination there, and they believe they can ID the party.
Collide. Pomona, where it finally came to a stop. You see these, okay, here you go. You have more people coming out right now. That looks like the gentleman who was in the driveway earlier, the one who was on the phone when the pursuit came to an end. Now on the scanner, they're saying that this could possibly be the driver. However, this man also matches the description of the individual who is in the driveway. So they were dressed very similar, both wearing a dark top and dark bottom. So at this point, I don't want to say that that is the driver, but they are saying that the clothing at least matches what the driver was wearing. So you see that they still have this individual detained. They're asking him questions. They're trying to identify if, in fact, he was the one that was in the pursuit. But again, there was another gentleman who was not involved in the chase, who was in the driveway that was wearing very similar clothing to what this gentleman is wearing here. So it could be the possibility that he is, in fact, the driver, or he was the man who was standing in the driveway, or he could be someone completely different. So officers, of course, are trying to correctly identify him and make sure that they have the right person. Yeah, can you? Thank you. Again, we're in Pomona, just off of the 71 freeway. That's the freeway that you see there. We're closer to the northbound lane, so we're just on the east side of it. That's the airship overhead. It's actually the LA County airship, even though this ended up being a CHP pursuit, but initially it was West Covina. And so since West Covina doesn't have their own airship, they had requested the assistance of LA County. Now these officers here, though, are Pomona police officers, and it looks like they may be entering the home to continue their search for those two individuals. They do have someone detained that matches the description of the driver, but we know just from our footage that there was another man here that was wearing very similar clothing, and that may be who they have and not the driver. But they will search the home just to double check that nobody's hiding in there. Okay, more people coming out here. Okay, here's another gentleman coming out. And here's another young woman coming out. Now, these two individuals are not wearing the same clothing that the two people in the car were wearing. However, they had, if that is in fact them, they would have had an opportunity to possibly change out clothing. So for that reason, they will be taken off to the side, they will be interrogated, and the officers will try to identify whether or not they were the ones that were in the vehicle, even though their clothing may not match at this point. Officers are moving into the home just to continue their search for any other people that may be inside. No, I'm just talking on the... That was, yeah. Okay. Yeah, definite. So here's the latest for everyone who continues to watch us online. Of course, we thank you for your viewership. The Pomona Police Department officers moved into the home to clear it. They're still in there, just going through every room, every closet, under the beds, just to make sure that nobody else is hiding inside. When they did approach the door, they got 2 additional people to come out. It was a man and a woman. Those 2 individuals were taken off to the side to be interviewed further to try to figure out if they were the ones that were behind the wheel. They don't match in the clothing they were wearing, but of course, if that was them, they would have had an opportunity to change inside the house. However, their physical makeup does match that of the man and the woman who were in that possible stolen Kia that led West Covina officers, Irwindale police officers, and CHP officers on a pursuit where speeds topped at about 110 miles an hour when they were on the 60 freeway, and they were also involved in 1 collision with another car. So at this point, the airships are leaving, and the search will continue inside of the home. So the officers are now coming out of the home. They've searched it. They've found nobody else inside. So I think they're pretty confident that at least 2 of the folks that they have in custody are going to be the 2 people they were looking for. And while I have your attention, I'd like to invite you also to download our app so that next time that we do have a breaking news situation like this one, you'll be able to watch us on the big screen on your big smart TV instead of on the phone or tablet. We'll always be available there as well, of course, but if you would rather watch us on the smart TV, just search NBCLA on your Roku or Apple TV. And now I am hearing that officers are clearing the air on the scanner, so essentially it sounds like the search is over at this point. They will just continue to interrogate the people that they do have in custody. Copy that, Jack. And once again, thank you to everyone who's tuned in on this wild chase with us up here in News Chopper 4 Alpha. The night is young, though. We still have the 11 o'clock news coming up here in the next 20 minutes or so. So we're going to carry on. We're going to see if we can find something in time for the newscast. And, of course, we would love for you to tune in if you can. Again, that's the NBC4 News at 11 o'clock coming up on NBCLA.com, as well as on your television here in the LA area. That's Channel 4. But for now, from Pomona in News Chopper 4 Alpha, I'm Eliana Marino, along with my pilot, James Pollard. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you at 11.